Crafty friends, you're in for a treat. It's time for another Sale-A-Bration tutorial. That means that we're going to use supplies from your Sale-A-Bration card club, if you joined me there, or just things that you have in your stash. And I'm going to be creating this card featuring 2 items that you can get for free during Sale-A-Bration. Hello, my name's Kimberly Smith. I'm the Papered Chef, and I do a lot of card making tutorials on my channel, Brother Scan and Cut tutorials, paper pumpkin kit tutorials, and lots of things with Stampin' Up! Products. So if you're new here and you're a paper crafter, or you want to learn how to use your Scan and Cut, then please subscribe to my channel. Now, this is a book that has just been updated as well. We started our Sale-A-Bration event January 7th. It goes till February 28th. And as of, I guess it was Tuesday, there were a bunch of new things added to the items of which you can earn for free when you spend $60 at my Stampin' Up! Store. I will later in this video, at the end, I'll show you some other things we made thus far in the Sale-A-Bration series. We've created 3 other projects. Today we're going to create a project featuring this stamp set here called Day to Celebrate, one of the freebie $60 items. And we're going to also use with that the Toadstool Gardens. Toadstool Gardens Designer Series paper is really festive for birthdays, but it also has an extra added bonus of coordinating with a product from our mini catalog as well. So that is a nice thing. If you like this bundle, it tells you how to get the bundle that you get in the regular catalog. And like I said, there's a bunch of new things, including some really cool alphabet dies. I'm not sure what's still available, but they added a bunch of items that you can get at the $60 range. I didn't see any new items for the $120 range, like these 2, but they did add a bunch of new items on Tuesday. All right, so now let's show you the Toadstool Garden paper. Then we'll start cutting it up, and I'm leaving this little piece there because, as you can see, let's move this over. There's a little glare right there from it's called a ring light. It's a good video light, but it causes a glare. So this is both sides of the paper. And so we'll use this piece here with the little waves. I like this one with the wood textures. This one reminds me of like psychedelic 70s. Like go out to my brother's garage and they got all these fluorescent paintings around. That's what that reminds me of. This is really cute. Little snails. Okay, so that's the back side of that. So this paper happens to be 6 by 6. Isn't this a super cute piece? At first I thought that was a little critter with the face and the hair. And I'm like, oh, it's like another mushroom. Okay, there's that psychedelic piece again. Some dots and stripes. And where are the pieces we're using? There should be another piece with the... All right, let me find the pieces. I may have to get out another kit if I can't find them. So, because everybody got in their kit, let's see what the other side of that is. We're going to use this piece here. Oh, maybe there we go. Nope. Nope. Oh, I know. I will have to get some more because it looks like I used 2 of those pieces. I didn't quite prepare for this. I mean, I have lots of design paper, so I'm going to grab it. All right, so this is what I'm grabbing. I'm grabbing these little packets. So this is a little package that you had, and I'll take out because we need more paper. It's all good though. Sale-A-Bration Club. So we need 2 of these pieces. So there we go. So now I'm prepared. I didn't realize I used both of these pieces. So in the package though, you get 48 pieces, and you get 12. Let's see. I'm trying to think. 48 pieces. And then each are double-sided, so that's 24 designs. So that's pretty cool. Times 4. Or, 12 times 4, then you'll get the designs will repeat themselves. So let's start with this piece here. We're going to go ahead and cut it. Now, keep in mind that we're going to do 5 1/4 by 4. But I'm just going to go ahead and do the 4-inch side first so you can see which way the pattern goes. Then I'll turn my trimmer upside down just so you can see. So we need the pattern to go like this. I'm going to turn this over. So we're going to do 5 1/4 by 4 for the first layer. So again, layer 1 for the captioning software. And for my friend Janet, who types all the measurements up into the comments of this video later, this is the first layer. So we're going to go ahead and grab, actually, I can just get the card right out of the bag. Those of you that joined my Sale-A-Bration club, it was a total labor of love. You had die cuts, you had envelopes, you had card bases, white pieces to go inside your cards. It was like fantastic kit. So we're going to use this piece of fresh freesia for the card base. And it is like a horizontal card like that. And that will be layer 1. Now for each of the consecutive layers I designed, I wanted to show off this paper. So if you were to do the 1/4 inch margins like I usually do, it would not have shown off your paper. So I went down by 1/2 inch each time. This one again, when you do it, instead of 5 1/4, we're going to go 1/2 inch down. But again, just keep in mind, you want this little wave pattern going that way. So we're going to go 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. And don't worry, I'll be writing this down. 3 1/2 because it's a 1/2 inch smaller than the 4 inch one we did there. And then always test it. And the way you could test it is you could put it up in the corner like that and make sure you have the same amount of margin, or you can just go like that and see that you can see all these pretty beautiful patterns. If you have cardstock that coordinates, you can also layer up different cardstock layers as little extra borders between. But I'm just using the DSP because that's what I'm giving you from in your kit, and that's what I'm using. So now we need this little guy. And again, because it's going to be, instead of 3 1/2, I'm going to make it 3 inches. Now this one, I want to go like that, right, 3 inches. And make sure I have this part done first so that it's horizontal, just so I don't accidentally cut it the wrong way. And then we're going to go 3 inches by, okay, we just go backwards. We did 5 1/4, and then we went 4 3/4, right? And now we're going to go 4 1/4. Okay, so each time we went 1/2 inch smaller. Checking everything, checking everything. All right. I'm so used to my she shed being so cold that I have like multiple layers on. I'm going to go ahead and take off one of these layers. So I have I have a sweater. I have thermals. It's freezing where I work. So I needed all these layers. And now I'm back in my she shed. All right, so that's that. And now we will do the little tying up with the twine, because I want to make sure you do that part before. We're going to just use the linen thread. We want to do that part before you do any adhesives and things. So just get yourself enough to make a bow. Give yourself a little extra linen thread. And then you can tie your bow. And then you're going to tie a bow on this layer. So get enough. When I say enough, it's like, okay, let's see, 12, 12 and 8. So this was 20 inches, but it's more than enough. Probably get away with like 16 inches, but I'm just did like 20. So better to have more than not enough. And remember, it's only supplies. Just more is better when you're tying a knot, because then you can mess up your knot and your bow and like. All right, so we're just adding this extra layer, and then we're going to make a little layer for our banner, and then we're going to adhere these together, write some measurements, do some stamping, and then I'm going to show you the rest of the cards. So yay for us. We have crafts to do. I also have some Sale-A-Bration cards that just came in the mail, and I want to do a video on that. Probably do that one late tomorrow night. So yay, because I really want you guys to know about all the things you can get before the end of February. And, the date's creeping by us, so don't miss out on this once-a-year sale. We don't give away free things all year long. As a company, it's just during this time, during the Sale-A-Bration time. All right, so now we're going to take out the little bit of Seal Plus. I can go ahead and layer this up because the rest of it's going to be, put on afterwards. So we're just going to be centering these pieces. So notice how this little Seal Plus is going over the thread. So so it doesn't move. So you're going to go like that. Not only did I go over it on the sides, but see, I don't want my linen thread to move. And we should have made it a little bit more even. Oh, actually it looks fine on the front. You see what I mean? But that way the thing doesn't move. and you don't have to put adhesive on that side. So there we go. Let's get on there and get on the center. Again, I'm going to do the measurements again for the purpose of captioning this video, so you have all the measurements. All right, it's looking good. Just think about contrast when you make your layer choices. When you have designer series paper, you want the first one to contrast with the card background, then you want the next one to contrast with that, so that each layer contrasts. And if I were to put that banner right on top of it that was white, it would have been white on white, and that wouldn't have had good contrast. So therefore, we need a fourth layer to make the banner background. Because if we didn't, and we just took a banner, not that I'm not saying, you can't do it because it's your card, but look at that versus doing it this way with the extra, an extra layer for something to contrast behind them. Not to mention inking up the edges. So there's a lot of design decisions you make, but, just make sure each layer contrasts with it. See, this contrasts with that. This one's different than that. This one's, right? Each layer. That's why it's really fun to put cardstock between your layers. Any of the coordinating colors, because then they would really pop up your layers too. But then it makes your card really heavy. And you could end up using an extra stamp, but I mean, hey, what's wrong with that? Who doesn't love a heavy card? All right, so at this point, you could turn it into a birthday card or congratulations or thinking of you, whatever. But we're going to make it a birthday one because it's festive. But we're going to put that little banner behind it. So let's take this little piece. I think that's where I came up with the measurements at first. I just used some of my little scraps. So let's see if I already have. Okay, what's the other side of that? That's the other side of this one. I went with this scrap here because I wanted, this scrap wasn't big enough and this one was. So use this scrap here. Get out your trimmer. And I'm just going to double check my measurements. Okay, this one is going to be, we're going to do this side first. 1 1/4 because it's easier. 1 1/4. Boom. Done. Okay, so we're going like that. And then I messed around with the different measurements and I came up with 3 5/8. 3 5/8. So that's 3 1/2 is 4/8. And we're going to go 5/8. So we're going to go 2 little smidgens over with our Stampin' paper trimmer, which is an awesome thing to put in your starter kit if you're joining Stampin' Up! This month. Don't forget, this is a great month to join. We have 4 new paper chefs this month already in my team, taking advantage of this amazing special. And hopefully some of my former team members are going to come back because this is the time to come back to Stampin' Up! If you left for a while. This is like the special. $91 extra worth of stuff for free in addition to your $26 extra worth of stuff for free. So you spend $99, you pick out $125 worth of items, and then you get $91 more of free stuff, and then you get catalogs and free things and a paper pumpkin kit, lots and lots of freebies. So do that. It's awesome. Okay, we're going to put this here. I'm going to put that there, and then I'm going to just... What I did for this one is the reason I put it down, and it actually worked out well, but I didn't plan it that way this time. See how my mushroom is here? Well, when I put it in the middle, I cut off part of this mushroom and part of that mushroom. And I was like, this paper has to, it's the coolest paper because of the mushrooms, right? So that's the reason I put my banner down here. And I'm doing that same thing again. See, because that way this mushroom is visible. So it looks like we have enough room for always to have one mushroom showing with that size paper. So this one's going to be flat. The next one's up with dimensionals. You can't put the next one on yet until we do the stamping. So let's go ahead and write the measurements. And then we're going to get into the stamping part. But you got an easy card. I mean, you're done, right? You're not done because we have 1, 2, 3, 4 colors of ink that we will write down for you. All these colors are carefully chosen to coordinate with the paper. If you're not sure what coordinates with the paper, there's always this catalog. And if you want one of these, it's still going to be good till the end of the month. I could still ship this out to you for no charge. If you're in the United States, that is. And here are the coordinating colors. It tells you right here. Early Espresso. Boom. Okay. Fresh Freesia. That's why I chose it. Granny Apple Green. We're inking up the edges with Granny Apple Green. Melon Mambo. There's the pink one. Poppy Parade. Boom. See why I chose those colors? Because that's in there. And pumpkin pie, which is also one of the colors in your kit. Okay, let's get rid of this. This is, oh, by the way, other cool Sale-A-Bration paper. Other paper we use for seagull cards. Let's find that pumpkin. Here. See? Pumpkin pie. That's why I made the other card in your kit. Pumpkin pie. This Sale-A-Bration club will probably go on until next month, even though Sale-A-Bration will be over. Because I just don't know with my work schedule if I can finish all 8 tutorials in the rest of the month. This is my 4th one. And we're at February, what are we, 7th, 8th? Oh, losing track of time. All right, let's get the piece of paper. Write this down. So we have a card. We are going to, this is called just Sale-A-Bration 2025. And we're just going to say, let's see. I'm going to write the name of the stamp set. A day. Nope, it's not a day to celebrate. It's just a day to celebrate. It's not even a day. It's just day to celebrate, in case you're trying to search for it. Okay, so a day to celebrate birthday card. I'm just writing the whole sentence so that the word A doesn't look awkward, right? Birthday card. All right, so we have layers, and then the layers are going to be done with the Toadstool Gardens. Now, I didn't get the mushroom thing because I just have to be realistic. Number one, I like it, but number two, I don't love it. So I have to be realistic. Am I going to have time to craft with that if I get it? Now, some things I absolutely love and had to get, but I didn't get the bundle. This little bundle that comes with it. But it's so cute. Like, look, popping up to say hi, right? You are magical, like magic mushrooms. How cool is that? There's a punch that you can punch out mushrooms. I liked it, didn't love it. And so I chose to go for other things in this catalog. As you know, I've been working with the beautiful butterflies like crazy. We've been doing a lot with the beautiful butterflies bundle. I've been doing a lot with my other ones, like the Valentine types of things, what I use for my card club. We made a lot of cute Valentines. Okay, let's see. Layer 1. We're just going to write like that. We're going to say layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, layer 4. All right, I'm just going to draw them so you kind of know what you're doing. You're just making little rectangles and I'm drawing them horizontally so you can know that your card has to be horizontal and like that. And then the card itself, I'm going to just put that over here. Okay. Wait, let me make sure. The card itself. Okay, here we go. Okay, it's going to be 8.5. Okay, times, we'll just put 5.5. 8.5 inches times 5.5 inches, score at 4 1/4 inch. All right, so let's start with this one. The card base is going to be fresh freesia. You're going to have an A2 card. You're going to get 2 cards out of one 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock. We're using fresh freesia. And the measurements for this card base are 8.5 inches times 5.5 inches. And you're going to score it at 4 1/4 inches. If you've watched my tutorials, then you know that I do 2 at once. I never just make one card, a piece of paper. Like I do a whole, in fact, I make more than one. I'm making these for a future kit. Like I've been working on your card bases for like a lot of different things. In fact, all week long I work on your kits. I have almost ready with this month's card club. So if you want to join this month's card club, maybe I'll grab the catalog and show you what we're using. You can sign up for my kits by the 10th. And if you sign up after the 10th, then this is what we're using for this month's card club. The month of February 2025. We're using really cool big stamps. And you guys voted on this. My Card on Blue Card Club members vote on the stamp set that we're doing. So anyway, if you want to join my card club, even for just 1 month, or subscribe to the card club, do it by the 10th of the month to get this month's kit. After that, done. Poke a fork in me. I'm done. And then I'm going to just move on to the next month's card club, which I've already started working on. So we can't keep going on forever. We have to have a cutoff time. because running a craft business is a lot of work and it's a lot of manual work. So I have to have the kits done at a certain time. But if I do have leftover kits, I make them available later. Like I might write to my regular customers and let them order some of my leftover kits. But that's only because I've made extra kits. And I also have mystery surprises all the time. And that's for those that like get something and they can add a mystery surprise. And when you get a mystery surprise, like I would give you parts of my old Sale-A-Bration kits. I'm not going to take these apart again. That would be a ridiculous waste of time. Instead, I put these in my mystery surprises so that you have like already a kit ready to go with paper and cardstock and all that. So it's fun. All right, so let me just go ahead and read you these measurements. And just let you know that we're using the Toadstool Gardens DSP. So that's over here. All 4 layers. Layer 1 is going to be 5¼ inch times 4 inch. Layer 2 is going to be 4¾ inch times 3½ inches. Layer 3 is 4¼ inch times 3 inches. Layer 4 is going to be 3 5/8 inch times 1 1/4 inch. And the reason I did it that way is because it fits the banner. I'm going to write down the ink colors, and then I'm going to let you take a picture of this, and then I'm going to move this paper. So let's put the picture of the finished card here for you so you can take a picture. I'll just put that right here. All right, and move this up, get everything in the frame, and write the ink colors, and then you can, that will be your tutorial. I know you're like, oh, I want a PDF. La, 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 there's the violin. You can't get a PDF of all my tutorials because I would only be like full-time making PDFs. I just can't make PDFs every time. So you just have to take a screenshot. You can take a screenshot on your phone by clicking well, it depends on which phone. So I click the side buttons, I click a screenshot, or just take a picture of your television if you're watching this on television, or just freeze frame and write your own notes in your little notebook like I do all the time. Okay, let's be big boys and girls. And that's what you can do to get this tutorial. All right, let's go and write the ink. We're going to start with, I'm going to start with the first ink I would use because I would use this one first. Granny Apple Green. Can you tell I'm a teacher? I have to, every day, I can't find the book. I can't find this piece of information. Granny Apple Green. I can't find the video. And I always say, well, where do you think it should be? You know, I have to answer back with a question instead of giving them the answer all the time. All right, next I'll use this color next because we'll do the right side. So that will be, we're going to use Early Espresso. All right, Early Espresso. And then next we're going to use this Poppy Parade for the happy birthday. Poppy Parade. Okay, and once I'm done all that, I'm going to just take all these little curly cues from there, like these little festive things, and use Fresh Freesia for that. So those are your 4 colors. This is your tutorial. And there you go. I'm going to say hi while you're taking your screenshot. Hello, Carrie, Buffy, nice to see you. Thank you for being on here first. I wonder if you got the notification. If you're a subscriber and you click on the little bell, you will get notified when I go live, when I live stream. And you'll get an email too. So be sure to click the bell about being notified. Hello, Karen Fentress. Nice to see you again. And Ginger's here. And hello, Amy. Ginger's from Wisconsin. We have Beverly Jones here from Australia. We have Yvette from Jacksonville, North Carolina. Yvette is one of our YouTube channel members of the Paper Chefs. You can support the Paper Chefs channel by becoming a member of either YouTube or Patreon, and you get perks and discounts by either one that you join. Elaine Schneider, nice to see you again. Lisa Tabor from Ontario. Melody Israel, nice to see you. Leslie Outback Stamping, he was always here. It's morning on your side of the world, right? And it's evening where I'm at. You guys like it when I go late, I think, because that's when you guys all can get on from Australia. And it's good because I'm a night owl. Hello, Eileen. Nice to see you from Michigan. Bonnie, another channel member from Janesville, Wisconsin. And Mary from Jefferson, Wisconsin. So you guys have some neighbors there. I don't know how close together you are. Thank you, Melody, for reminding people to like the video. We have 20 watching live and 13 likes. So some of you are watching live, did not hit like yet. I hope you like it, my quirky ways. And I see you are comparing where you guys are in Wisconsin, which is really cool. I love that. All right, let me just go back to this, and I will. Oh no, it's 1:1 and 25 in the afternoon, Leslie, where Leslie's at in Australia. I'm going to pull this away, and we're going to do the stamping. So to do the stamping, you're going to take some stamping blocks, and you just need a few of those because the one you're going to use for inking up. So we're going to take this granny apple green, and you're going to just go open up the granny apple green, and you're going to tap, tap, tap onto your stamping block. Always do that instead of just taking your blending brush and dipping straight into your ink, because when you do that, you're just going to mess up your ink pads. So now you're going to tap, tap, tap onto your stamping block, tap, tap, tap to get the blob off. And then you're going to take your banner, and you're just going to ink up the edges of your banner. So do circular motions, ink up the edges of your banner like so. Oops, I just got ink all over my hands. Let's get the ink off of my hands. And I need to get a couple more banners. Now, where did you get the banners from? You got them from your Sale-A-Bration card club kit. Yes, die cuts were in there for you, a labor of love. Even an embossed piece for you. So you have a lot of cool stuff in your card club kit. So go in there and find your banner. And I'm just opening up some more banners. All right, so I wiped my hands off this time. And what I could do, you know, to keep from slipping and stuff, it's just, you can just use a little silicone mat as well. So let's get in there and try that again. And let me wipe this on my shirt. Yes, I just wiped it on my shirt. Anyway, I don't want to ink up the middle part. I was just trying to ink up the edges. Okay, that's good. So that's a little bit of contrast. And then dip in there, dip in there. I'll probably use up the rest of that ink by inking up a couple of extra banners, because why waste ink, right? So it's good, you know? I don't need to do it right now, but what I'm saying is just I can get out my little extra dies and just kind of ink up before I wash that off. All right, so that's our granny apple green. Next step is going to be, we're going to use this early espresso. Throw the trash on the floor. Open that one up and get rid of that stamping block. And we're going to use the It's a Good Day to Celebrate stamp. So stamps get stained. They're photopolymer. It's okay that they get stained. You know, it is what it is, right? So we're just going to get a sticky note and just stamp a couple times. Especially when you first open up your photopolymer stamp, you want to condition it. So conditioning it just means like you're going to ink it up and use it. So we're putting It's a Good Day to Celebrate over here on the right side. Now, when you lift this up, you can tap this off, but don't try to drag it off because it'll smear. You can tap it off, see? And it comes out good. And then it even comes out better, like the more you do this, like, okay, let's do that. Let's get that. This is early espresso. I'm going to hold it there for a few seconds to get a little bit better of a, oh, that one's much better. That's like, oh, we have to sing. Sorry if I just cracked your glass at your house. All right, that's good. Now we do that one and close there. And now we're going to get another stamping block and the Poppy Parade. And we're going to stamp the happy birthday. So we're going to get out the happy birthday. Lay it there. And lay it there. Tap, tap, tap. I'm just, you know, getting it inked up, right? And now this one I want to be at an angle. So we're just going to go like that. And stamp it at an angle. Okay, it lifts up. It gets stuck. Either let it fall or tap it off. Don't drag it. It'll smear. Okay. And then I did another one earlier in case I messed up. But I want to show you how you can also fix your mess ups as well. So like I put that there like this. Now, if you have something, and I say mess ups, like say this didn't ink up right, like that one. It has a couple little dots. I mean, you can't really see them, but I'm just going to give you a little tip here. So like there's little tiny places where it's not complete. So you get these markers, which are free this month when you join Stampin' Up. Instead of spending $35 for each set of markers, you get $70 worth of markers for free. You can either get the subtles, the brights, the regals, or the neutrals, sets of 10 markers. This would be part of the neutrals collection. Our markers have a fine end and a brush end, but of course the newer style looks a little different than this. This is an older style, but you could take your markers, and one thing I do with them is just touch up. I probably use them more for touching up than I do for anything else. But I'll tell you another use of markers as well. If you don't have a lot of ink colors, and I don't mean in colors like IN, I'm talking about ink, I-N-K, ink. If you don't have a big ink collection like me, I'm pulling out, I have every color that Stampin' Up! Sells. Then one thing you can do is take the brush end and just get the colors you want. You know, that's just color the stamp, okay? And another thing that's great about this is, like, say you wanted to have two colors, you could color with the marker one word and color the other one a different color. So these are great for touching up, coloring, and really inking up your stamps. And of course, my nieces and nephews, they take them off my shelves and they start drawing with them, and I'm like, oh, but hey, it can happen. You can let them do that too. All right, at this point, if you want to protect I'm just using what's called low-tech tape. I'm just showing you a little trick again, because we're all about tips and tricks on my channel. You don't have to do this if you think you have good aim, but if you don't know if you have good aim, this is just low-tech tape. It's in my Amazon store. If you're shopping for anything on Amazon, please check out my store first and use the links there, because I have a lot of crafty supplies there. And I do get a small affiliate commission that helps support this channel. All right, now there you go. So we're going to take these two, and we're going to now do the Fresh Freesia curly cues. Okay, we're going to open up the Fresh Freesia, which I recently re-inked. You can see kind of like the color smeared around there. I probably need some more drops in there. These are the little festive thingies. And we're going to just use one of the same ones we used before. So just take this off. Now this is just my other side of this ink, right? So we're just going to go tap, tap, tap. And just double check that you're getting a good stamped image. It's a light color. Use any light color, but best to use a coordinating color, and then just stamp around. Now, like I said, I know that little part's protected, so I can stamp right over it. But if you're not going to do it that way, have good aim, then you can just kind of do it something like that. And then peel this guy off. Okay, so that is called low-tech tape. Fun. We made a fun little banner. And let's put that over there. And let's do this one. And we have this other one we did earlier. And I have another one with there's another saying I tried. See if this is it. Nope, that's not it. That's blank. I thought I did another one with the all day your way. And I thought that looks pretty cool, but it didn't really go with my card. All day your way. It sounds like a cheerleader's cheer. It's funny how, like, no matter what I do, I lose it, like, before the tutorial. It's all good, though. All right, back to this. Focus, Kim. Focus. Hocus pocus, focus. We're just decorating our banner here with the little festive little curly cues. And there we go. And peel this off. And then maybe one more right there. And yay, we have festive things going on. Okay, I'm going to wash all these. That one I might use some more, but I might dip in and use that some more. All right, close this. And now we need, okay, that one, I'm just getting rid of that one. I'm not going to, sometimes I fix things by, I fix things by, if I mess up and put too much ink on something, I just end up inking the other side, but that one was too messed up, even for me. So now we're going to look at our little banners. And I know one was like darker than the others, and I liked it better. I think it was this one here. I just like how dark it came out, so I'm going to use that one. Putting away my low-tech tape. And I just use a few dimensionals. These are, how'd you get in there? We'll just stick it there because it's on my hand. It's a half dimensional. These are dimensionals are just foam adhesives. So the rest of it we did not pop up, right? The rest of it's just glued down or using the rolling adhesive called Seal Plus. And this one is popped up with dimensionals. I'll put that on there and we're going to center it. And voila, we are done. No, we're not. We need bling. We got to have bling. I just used a few little rhinestones, but butterflies would look cute on here too. You can see that I used a few of the little rhinestones. And I say butterflies would look good because last I checked, the butterflies were free. So I'm going to show you what the butterflies look like. And I can use them because it's a free Sale-A-Bration item. I try to stick with my theme of Sale-A-Bration. I hope we didn't run out of these, but these are normally $10, but you can get these free when you spend, let's see, when we spend $60 at my Stampin' Up store. So let's put a few butterflies on there. But on this card, we use the rhinestones. So what do you guys like better, the butterflies or the rhinestones? Let's put maybe it seems like they gave us more big ones, but I don't know because this package has been scavenged. So I'll just do 2 big ones and a small one. I'm going to put them above. I kind of like above the banner because the birthday banner's already, it's already something going on in the bottom of that card. So I'm putting them above like they're fluttering around. So these are called brushed brass butterflies. Well, another one of the freebie items that you can earn during Sale-A-Bration. And then you could take your inside card, inside white piece that was in your bag, and you could put that, you could take these extra scraps. Let's find it. Okay, let's take, inside of each bag, you have these white pieces. They are for the inside of your card. I normally don't even decorate them, but I just saw that this piece is just sitting there. So I thought, this is a good one like that. Okay, so you take that. And I would actually probably use the whole big piece. I mean, not the whole big piece, but I want this mushroom. I wouldn't want to cut that mushroom off. But I also still want a little bit of room for the message, right? So I would take that and I would just trim off, having a little Crafty lunch over there. Trim off everything, even up to the, I can even trim a little bit of that. See, even a little bit of the bottom of the mushroom, as long as I still have like a cool mushroom to show people, right? We put that on there. Okay, we'll put that, we'll use this side here. Okay, so isn't that cute? And then it could be, I just got to double check that I don't have ink on me because I always get ink. All right, let's get the ink off of there. So this is just 5 1/4 by, it looks like, 1 1/2 or something, but it depends on your, so actually the best way to line these things up, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, is to just use like the sides of these, especially the simply scored, but the trimmer works good too. You can use the side of it. All I'm trying to do is get it to line up to the side, and then I can sort of do that to get it to line up to the bottom. All right, so there you go. There you have it. And then we have this cute little inside. And what could we, now we could do all day your way, which I did on a banner, but like I said, it didn't look as good on a banner. I think it'll look good inside the card. So let's use Poppy Prayed. And yet another stamp. Oops. Okay, note to self. You want to put the flat side onto your stamping block. It normally doesn't stamp this good right out of the box. So if your stamps aren't coming out good right out of the box, it's because you have to condition them first. Either with Versamark or just use a piece of paper and just stamp away for a little while. And then you'll have it conditioned and it'll come out nice. Hold it there for a few seconds. Okay. Now that one could use a little bit of touching up with the Poppy Prayed marker. I keep all my markers in color order. The reason I was able to grab this marker so quick out of my Stampin' storage is because the ink pad was missing. That was missing, so I immediately knew what was on the shelf. Okay, so some people try to tell me that I need to put my stickers on the outside of my stamp cases and all this stuff. Well, I just don't do it that way. I put my stickers here. I'm a teacher. I put my stickers here so you can see my colors during it. Now, there are other stickers back here, and I could use this piece here and put it on the side. But I don't always put the stamps inside the cabinet the same way either. Sometimes I shove them in like that, and sometimes I shove them in like that. But usually I stick them in like that because this is a gripper to pull it back out. And you could put that color label right there. You could also put this color label right there. It's up to you. It's your stamps. I'm just letting you know the way I do it. But I always know where my colors are because I put these two together in the Stampin' storage. My voice faded off because I put those away already. So, oops. And that one has a little bit of ink on it. So I don't know. Sometimes I can't get the ink off, but we're going to try an adhesive eraser real quick. And try to get it off that way. Sometimes I can get it off that way. Pretty good, huh? Adhesive erasers aren't just for adhesive. Oh, now I bent my paper a little bit. Okay, it's all good. I'm still using it on the inside of my card. I think it's going to be fine because it'll flatten itself out a little bit when it gets in there. Okay, all day your way. Put that right in there. Cute as can be. Okay, so we have a little something, and yeah, see, it flattened out. And then you can just do some the brush breast butterflies are a good one to use for the inside because they are flat already. Now, I wouldn't put the rhinestones inside because they would just poke through the card, and then you'd have a problem when you're, shipping. I'm trying to cover up that little spot. See, my little spot. This is how you cover up mistakes, guys. You use embellishments to cover up your mistakes. Oh, I'm obsessed with these butterflies, guys. They're so cute. Put one over there. And then you don't have to have a big message because there's not a lot of room. Then you just be like, here's your gift card. All right, so that is what we made. I hope you enjoyed that simple tutorial on how to use this stamp set, A Day to Celebrate, and the Toadstool Gardens Designer Series paper. All right, we have Christine Fullen in the house. Another. I do not have a Tombow sand eraser. I did not know about the Tombow sand eraser, but I have an electric eraser that my friend from Canada sent me. And then actually I found it later in our country too, but she sent me the coolest electronic eraser. I need to get that to my Amazon store if it's from there. Tell me where to get it from. Send me the link later, Bonnie, and I will get a sand eraser. That sounds super, super cool. Okay, Mary likes the rhinestones better. Christine loves the butterflies, right? Okay, so what did you guys all vote on? I like asking questions to see what you guys say. What you guys like better. Oh, wow. So Bonnie said Mary and you live 30 minutes from each other. So why don't you guys get together and craft? Hello. Or did you just figure this out tonight on my live stream? Don't you love how people on my live stream from all over the world, now we have, say 20 people are watching and 2 people live 30 minutes from each other. What are the chances of that, right? That is so cool. What are the chances that my crafty friends met on my channel and live that close to each other? All right, as promised, I'm going to show you the other things I made, and then we're going to call this a wrap. So we're going to show you other Sale-A-Bration items. And then we've been making these since last month. Ever since Sale-A-Bration started, we sent out the card, the kits, and we've been making these since January. And I was able to order this in December, luckily for me. And this card I'm about to show you, I used the Documenting the Day, a free stamp set. Look how big the word day is. Look how cool that looks. Okay, and then I used this other paper called Bloom. Where's the Bloom? Bloom Impressions Designer Series paper. This is a 12 by 12 paper, unlike the one I just showed you with the Toadstool, which is 6 by 6. And I like to sing, oh, what a wonderful day. Okay, and I put a lot of glitter on this one, Wink of Stella. I didn't put any Wink of Stella on the one today, but you could always add, I don't know, it might make it run, but you could try Wink of Stella on the corners of your banner for this one. I didn't do it though, but this one, I put Wink of Stella all over the place. So that's a really fun spring card. Okay, oh, what a wonderful day. And to do that, we had to cut our stamp. So if you're trying to do this and you're like, how did she do that? We cut our stamps. Yes, we don't mind cutting our stamps. In this channel, we do things like that. Look, had to cut your stamp. So you get the word wonderful out of the word what a wonderful. All right, and what else did we do? We did the seagulls. The seagulls are the other free stamp set that I'm obsessed with this one. This is super, super cute. Friendly seagulls. And for this one, I used paper from the annual catalog. So you've seen today, I showed you a little sneak of the mini catalog. And then I showed you, the mini catalog was a little sneak peek. I was telling you about the Toadstool Gardens were in here. This is our mini catalog. Then we have an annual catalog. So in your kit, I used this paper that paper's from the annual catalog. This is called Country Woods. My gosh, am I forgetting names here? Country Woods Designer Series paper. That stuff's pretty cool. So it really goes good with with the seagulls, because the seagulls have like that nice beachy look to them, right? And seagulls used to eat my French fries. You know, I grew up near the New Jersey shore, and it was nothing like the documentary. Well, yes, maybe it was kind of like the documentary. I shouldn't say it's nothing like it, but it's my friends didn't act quite like that, but we did have like some wild times down the New Jersey shore. Anyway, and there were always seagulls coming after us when we were eating, like on the boardwalk and on the beach. So I do remember that. And they still, to this day, seagulls, like even at Jekyll Island, like attack me. All right, so let's see. Oh, Christine and I are several hours away in Georgia, Bonnie, because I live like on the coast. All right, let me show you what else I made with the paper. So that is another Sale-A-Bration item. And then lastly, I made something with the fruit paper. And then we're going to be repeating some of the papers again now. And I also sent you this in your Sale-A-Bration. You got half of one of these kits in your Sale-A-Bration club. So that's the paper. And I thought for this paper, I sent everybody some Tic Tacs in your kit, in your Sale-A-Bration kit. So this is the Tic Tac Fruit Adventure. And I thought, well, since I sent you those and I saw this paper, I thought of like building a little box for the Tic Tacs, and I put a little space in there so you can reach in and out and get your Tic Tacs in and out. So these are just fun spring projects, Sale-A-Bration projects. So this paper I really love, and I did find the thing from last year. I was looking for it the other day. Let me grab it. Oh, what was it? Here it is. This is the one that was last year's Sale-A-Bration stamp set. So everybody that took my Scan and Cut retreat last spring, unless you requested a different item, I sent you this one because we used it with the Scan and Cut. This year's one's not going to have the same kind of format, my retreat, but you will get a lot of cool supplies in your kit. But this was the stamp set that you all got. So most of my friends have this. Most of my crafty friends have watercolor melon. So don't forget about the stamp set. Take it out. Use your Scan and Cut to cut out lots of these watermelon pieces. I wonder if I still have anything I made from that last year to show you. That maybe there's something inside. Nope. Nothing inside. But this would go great with this paper, is all I'm saying. Because look at this piece that had the seeds on it. The watermelon seeds in the background. Like, how cool is that? Anywho, that's what we made. So those are the Sale-A-Bration things we made. So be sure to check out all these tutorials on my channel. All right, well, that's all for now. This is the Paper Chef. I'll be back this weekend to show you some Happy Mail and some swaps. Some swaps that we made featuring products from here, this Sale-A-Bration, and products from the mini catalog. So I'll do that tomorrow night or Sunday night. All right. Have a great day, everybody. And I will catch you later. I appreciate all of you. If you want to shop for any of the products I showed you today, just use paperchef.stampinup.net. And that's how you get your free stuff. Bye-bye.